Good morning. It's officially January 2nd and it's time to go back to work. So I am making my bed so that I have a nice made bed, and then I'm gonna get ready and I gotta go to work. Whew. Today, since I'm on a clinic rotation, we're starting off with academic half day, which is basically just reminiscent of med school lectures. You go and you sit in a lecture hall or a conference room with your peers, and then you get lectures. So it's kind of nice to have like a chiller start to the new year. So it's kind of nice because you don't have to dress like profesh, like for the clinic. So you get to wear cash clothes unless you're going to work after. And either way, I live really close, so if I had to go to clinic, I could always go home and change and then go back. But right now, I'm about to put on my shoes, put on my perfume, and get to the hospital so that I can get to this lecture. Ooh, I can't forget my ring. First New Year's resolution is to not be rushing. It's 8:52, and I have to be there by 9. What shoe should I wear? I'm just gonna wear these. Black cloves. They're I love cloves. They're honestly such good shoes. Like, they're literally water resistant and they're super comfortable to walk around the hospital. And these are a little bit reflective, but the ones that I first got, I forgot were my white ones. I wore them literally in Puerto Rico, walking through the rainforest, and they were covered in mud. And I washed them off, and look at how they look now. Like, yeah, they look a little bit beat up, but pretty good for shoes that you walked in the mud with. I'm gonna grab my coat. Today is in the 40s. And the rest of this week is our weekend, because it's actually Thursday, is gonna be so fucking cold. I mean, it's gonna be super cold. So I recently started putting a shit ton of perfume on, and it's nice, but I'm gonna actually run out. Ooh. My biggest fear is like my perfume going bad, which I don't know if that's like an unfounded fear or what. I'm also realizing that I forgot to put sunscreen on. This one is the Isden Photo. It's like SPF 50. 856. Sheet. And my coat. Okay, great. We got everything. A little bit of a mess, but we got everything. Ooh. Let's hit it. Let's go. So 8:58 legit, and we are on our way. Do I even have my headphones? You're on your food trip?
No, I went there sick.
Oh. Premeditated.
Yeah.
Hi, can I have an iced coffee, please? Medium iced coffee. Thank you. Happy New Year, people.
¿Todo bien?
Happy New Year. So I'm actually the last person here because I was busy working on my laptop and everybody left, but this has actually been a super productive morning and I love that. I'm super excited about it. But anyways, let me show you guys the conference room. What I love most about this conference room is the windows. Like, I love windows. But as you can see, it's just this big conference room and we have lectures up there and everybody sits in these chairs and tables and we ask questions and sometimes we do group work. But for the most part, it's just lectures, which I kind of like because then you can focus on whatever you need to focus on. Like a lot of people focus on the research and stuff. Technically, we're supposed to actually be, paying attention to the lecture, but that, of course, is it's a separate conversation. All right, so I made it back home, and as you can see, this apartment is a mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and tidy it up. So let's hang out and get to cleaning, huh? That is the funniest thing. How you can just see the entire apartment in one literal frame. I mean, for a studio, it's pretty good, I would say. At least for now. At least I can function. And the last piece. Ooh, isn't that so cool? I feel kind of bad for one of my friends because he got pretty screwed over and it's the first day of the new year and he's already getting screwed over by residency life. But basically, in our clinic, we have a coverage system, which means that if you are not seeing patients in the clinic, you are either on administrative time or you're on coverage. And coverage is just you being available on standby so that you can come in case somebody else has to call out sick. So in my friend's case, or in my class's case, the third years of my clinic, all made a pact in intern year that we would never call out if we could avoid it. And honestly, we have avoided it almost 100% of the time, except for one time, which was because of an interview, to not call out, because then one of us would have to cover each other. So we could have at least the guarantee of that time off being, by the time out of the clinic, being actually like free time off. But now, with the merge, everything is all out of whack, and I feel like our chiefs are trying to just utilize any person that they know is going to go in. And so my poor friend, he always goes in whenever he's called, and he gets called in a lot because he always goes. Like, he never puts up a stink, he never misses the call, like he always goes. Today at the clinic, there were 28 patients being seen, and my friend is seeing 11. So he's literally seeing half of the patients that are coming in through the clinic today just by himself. So that really, really is unfair. It's because they know that if they call him, he's going to go, and that's taking advantage of him. But I get it at the same time, because, well, in the hospital, we have so many patients that ask for things like throughout the day, can you get me some water? Can you get me a juice? Can you get me a blanket? Stuff like that, all valid things. But like, when you've got like 200 people asking you for things, it's hard you can't do everything for everybody and then also do your job. And I'm sure like it's just tough. So when you do have that one patient who is just like totally chill, not asking you for things, you don't think to provide for them, like above and beyond, because you're like, finally someone's not asking me for something. And I think that's kind of what the chiefs are doing with this situation. Instead of calling in someone who might push back or give them a hard time about going in to cover an intern, they call someone who will just say, okay, and come in, even though that person's been called in a bunch of times and probably doesn't deserve to be called in again. On the other hand, I'm really excited for my other friend. She's interested in doing nocturnist, which is crazy to me because I could never work at nighttime, but she really likes it, and as her like attending life job. So she got reached out to basically see if she's interested in a job nearby, and she's nervous about it because it's going to be her first interview, but it's exciting, and I'm excited for her. Hi. Good. I wanted to drop some stuff off to the dry clean.
Yes, okay.
Have a nice day. Is super like more than underway, but I am extremely overstimulated and overwhelmed. Okay, so I've been editing for a few hours, and then Mark Anthony came home.
Hello.
And he gave me roses. He brought me some roses. Look how pretty they are.
Gotta start the year off right.
Oh, that's cool. And they smell so good.
You're welcome, babe.
Thank you. So we're gonna have some dinner before we go to the gym. So I'm about to set up the dinner. And we're mostly gonna have leftovers from New Year's, which is great. So we have rice, yellow rice and white rice mixed together, mostly just because there was a pot of yellow rice and a pot of white rice. Beans, which my mom made, so they're gonna be so good. And of course, the ham in question. Ooh, we have pasteles. Do you want pasteles?
Not today.
Are you kidding? I would have like 2. 1, 2, perfect. Can you Google though if pasteles are healthy? You don't even know how to spell it, do you?
No comment.
Pasteles.
Pasteles. Got it. So I think half is fine.
Yeah, let's do half.
Perfect. Deal.
But then we have to do the other half. Like, Cuando? Saturday?
Or tomorrow before my parents come.
Yeah, but I'm going out to have lunch.
You don't want to have it as a little snack before we go out or eat dinner?
That might be my only dinner. Depending on how big my lunch is, that might be my only dinner. One phrases out. I like how you close the fridge, but I am putting stuff in the fridge.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I left it open by accident.
Now, do you guys know what pasteles are? These are freaking gold in the Puerto Rican culture. Whoa. So, you cut off the string. Whoop. Okay. We unwrap. And we cut. Open it up.
It smells delicious.
And then you take off this little guy. Boop. And then you cut it in half. And to Mark Anthony's credit, he eats pasteles, which is kind of rare for a white guy. So yeah, we're eating dinner before the gym, which I believe is sacrilegious, but we're doing it because it's January 2nd, and we all know the gym's gonna be packed.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be smart and strategic about our time.
And someone was complaining how hungry she was all day.
I was hungry. So here's our plates for dinner.
I had a dream one.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, hot sauce.
Of course we back. Y'all, I love an empty gym. Look at this. It's literally empty in here. Watch me say that and there's actually someone like in the corner. No, okay, it's empty. So last I left you last night, we were going to the gym after we had eaten some food. Honestly, it was the best move ever. The gym was like not packed, thank God. But I forgot to pick up the camera again after that. So basically we just went to the gym, we like got ready for bed and went to sleep. It's the next day. Hello, good morning. I have plans to meet up with one of my friends who I haven't seen in forever. So I'm gonna see him soon, but first I'm trying to get a workout in. So, because we're gonna go to eat, of course. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Anyways, I think I'm gonna close out the vlog here. So I thank you so much for hanging out with me for self-care into the new year and after. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!